All right. I hope we're streaming. Yeah, for anybody that's watching right now at the start, I think we're gonna get the numbers in about 5 minutes from now. I hope all is good. Obviously, I did not have too much time to prepare because I thought I'd actually be on my way to my flight already. But you know what? We're gonna cut it short. We're gonna see if I'm gonna get to this flight. I'm flying in about 3 hours from now, exactly. I think maybe two, maybe four. I don't remember, but you know. So, for anybody that's watching, we're going to get our US inflation numbers in about 5 minutes from now. I don't think many people are going to get a notification for this stream, so it's going to be just you guys, just my loyal community, my brothers. But yeah, I thought I should quickly share it anyway. I might also want to share it over in my Telegram, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Give me just 1 second, find a phone, share this in there. Yeah, to give you guys a little rundown, our expectation kind of goes along with this, right? The expected value that the economists have put up, let's quickly see where we got it, is, wait a minute, where is it now? Let's go back. The expected value that these guys put up is, wait a minute. Roughly what these guys were saying was actually 8.1%. Right now, I'm not exactly sure what these are. Let me actually, it's this day right here. Let's see, 230. Here we go. I was like, where is it going? 8.1% is the expectation. Our previous number was 8.5. However, a lot of other economists we've checked have actually put in this number at about 7.9. If it's below 7.9, well, or between actually 8.1 slash lower, it'll most likely be bullish. Below 7.9 is extremely bullish, and above 8.5 is very bearish. Between 8.1 and 8.5 is also not too amazing. So we're gonna have to watch out for what this number is going to be. And the markets will most likely react to that pretty quickly, so be prepared for some sort of volatility. Right now, we're already seeing some volatility as people are speculating what's going to happen. Usually we see that. Then again, I actually should also grab the Euro US dollar to kind of see what's happening in that department. As that's obviously pretty. We can also just look at the dollar index, to be honest with you. But it's interesting to watch this. Let's go over to the 1 minute. So 1 minute on the board. Let's go for an auto. There we go. Let's go auto and then scroll down a little bit. There we go. We have about 3 minutes left for these inflation numbers to come out. Expect some volatility right now. A lot of trading is already ongoing. Probably, this is just my own expectation, because of these numbers coming out in 3 minutes or 2 minutes now, people are already starting to trade it quite crazily. And I'm not so sure if there's any easier way to even see this. I have to quickly share the stream in my let's see, can I how do I share the stream easily? Do I have a link to Telegram somewhere? There we go. Okay. Did I share it correctly? Can you guys check my Telegram? Did I share the link correctly? I think so. Is it the right link? Yeah, there we go. Perfect. All right, so I've shared it quickly on Telegram. We're going to have to watch for this. About 2 more minutes. I'm not sure if there's any stream for this right now. Yeah. I don't have much time, guys. I have my flight and like, oh, it's too short. Okay, 1 more minute till our inflation numbers come out. Again, expected value from the economist is 8.1. If it's 8.1 directly, let's look back at what this guy said, because I agree with him. Between 7.9 and 8.1, market is quite right, so that's just neutral. Above 8.1, not so good. Above 8.5, not so good at all. Below 7.9, extremely bullish. But anywhere below 8.1, in my opinion, is just right. It's good. Then again, you don't know how the markets will react, right? We usually have an idea, and what we just said is roughly the idea. But at the end of the day, you don't know how the markets are going to respond. Sometimes they're very unpredictable. Guys, if you're watching this right now, I actually have to go right now towards my flight. My taxi is waiting outside. I'm just doing a quick little stream. He's actually been waiting for 4 minutes. We'll have to pay for that. Make sure you press that like button. I'm just quickly streaming this to see what's happening. 1 more minute to go. Less than 30 seconds, I think. We're going to instantly most likely see some sort of spike towards the market. Ooh, okay. Look at that dump. We just got an instant crash. Look at that. So we got ourselves the inflation at 8.3, above our mark, bearish. Straight away, you can see. You see what the bots have done? Holy smokes, look at Bitcoin as well. Down $700 in seconds on Bitcoin. Over on the US dollar, or Euro US dollar, down a significant portion in the last minute here. It will usually recover. Usually it's not as bearish as you're seeing, so don't worry too much about that. 1% down within 1 minute, and for Bitcoin, down 3.5%. Holy smokes, guys. That is wild. Let me quickly try to tweet this out to all the people that are not watching the stream. In 1 minute. Let's see again. Inflation is 8.3, right? Come back. 8.3. Just quickly tweeting this out. Sorry, guys, if you're wondering about my commentary. Just quickly tweeting it out. There we go. So that is interesting. That was not what I expected, honestly. I expected the inflation number to be lower than this. Look at that crazy dump over the next couple of minutes. This is wild. It is down. Bitcoin is down 4.4% in 2 minutes. The S&P is not budging at all, which I did expect, but the Euro US dollar is down how much? Let's see. It's down about 1% in about 3-4 minutes or so. It's also pretty wild. Let's see. Just I guess we can look up a dollar index. How do you look that up on? Here we go. DXY. Woo! Look at that. Look at the dollar index. Look at that. Damn. Oh, that is interesting for Bitcoin over on the 1 minute chart. Can I copy all of these? Is that even possible to copy like a big chart overlay? Oh. Damn, that's funny to watch though. Did you guys expect this number to come out this negatively? It's just, it's dumping, guys. Bitcoin is dumping. Back towards our most important support zone, 21.7. Okay, I'm a little bit fuddy over on Twitter, I guess. Look at what I'm doing here. It's like, Bitcoin is dumping! But it really is, though, right? You guys are watching it with me here. That is wild. So, the expectation was correct, though, right? Even though my own expectation was for the CPI number to be closer to 8.1, potentially 8.0, because I expected it to, for the government to basically be like, you know what? Actually, government. To be like, you know what? Let's try to start easing it. But it's above expectation. It's below previous, but it's still bearish nonetheless, because it's above expectation. Usually, whenever that's the case, things don't really go so well. But damn, that's interesting to watch. Bitcoin just instant dump. That's wild. Down 5% in 3 minutes or so. Right now, be careful, guys. We might see a crazy rebound. We might see continued movement towards the downside. This is pretty nice, though, for a lot of freaking dip buyers, just to get another chance to buy $1,000 cheaper, or potentially catch that bottom and get yourself a nice little trade towards the upside. Generally speaking, these inflation numbers don't matter for too long. It's mostly a short-term thing. Then again, it depends on how it affects the S&P, for example, over the next couple of days. Euro dollar or even the dollar index, they don't matter too much for Bitcoin necessarily, I'd say. Bitcoin rebounding. Again, look at this. I told you guys before, $21.7 thousand is the most important level for Bitcoin. And it turns out to, again, be pretty accurate in that, huh? It's usually that way. I've noticed, really, it's usually that way. Bitcoin, usually at $21.7 thousand is king. Okay, looking like we continued movement towards the downside. I honestly have no expectations anymore, guys. I knew what was going to happen these couple of minutes, depending on what numbers came out. Right now, it's just we'll have to see. Right? It is bearish, the narrative, because these inflation numbers are not good. Did I expect this? Absolutely not. I was not prepared for inflation to be this high. Your taxi left? I think I'll just get a new taxi, a new Uber. This guy's like, what is this guy doing? Can he not find me? He's getting paid nonetheless, so it doesn't matter, right? It's unfortunate. I was, but I'm happy I stayed. What is going on, guys? Damn. Yeah, Bitcoin moving again towards the downside. It's going to break through. It's going to bounce again off of 21.7 thousand. This is usually where Bitcoin bounces. It has done so very often. I told you guys 17.7, 20,000, and 21.7 thousand. Those are my three most important levels by far. And it looks as if we're getting another bounce, but let's see. I'm happy I got to the stream in as soon as I did. You know, it was only like 5 minutes left, but I just tweeted out Bitcoin is dumping. You know, people said amazing in the comments. What? Why? Why do people do that? Tristan says quick 44%. Juicy, my man. Juicy, juicy, juicy. Damn. It's interesting to me how strong this $21.7 thousand mark is for Bitcoin. It's held up as a support level so ridiculously many times. I've actually, I think, showcased this to you guys over on the daily as well. Just how ridiculously many times it actually touches that level. You can see here just for a little second, you can kind of, why am I'm dripping up. You can just for a little second see how ridiculously many times it's basically found some sort of resistance at that level, right? Just 4 times in a little section that we're seeing between June and right now. It's pretty peculiar, at least to me, it is. You see, every single time it comes back to that level. And then within intraday, so within the days, instead of just watching it from a broader perspective, it bounced even more times towards these levels. But even from a daily perspective, it comes to that pretty often. Look at this. You know, over the last couple of days, look at how strong the resistance was at this $21.7 thousand level. Every single time it touches, comes back down, and every single time it bounces back up. But yeah, very often, it just has some sort of resistance at this area. It's very, very interesting to watch this. You can see. You look at all these different times. Another 2 times here, right there. I like 21.7 thousand. I've showcased this to be like my favorite number over the last like couple of weeks. And it turns out to be 8.3% is the number, guys. 8.3%. We expected 8.1 or lower. That would have been bullish. We got 8.3 or 8.1 plus, I should say. Again, for expectations, which are not relevant anymore, between 7.9 and 8.1, bearish. Sorry, guys, bullish, but neutral rather. So not that much movement, most likely. Below the 7.9, very bullish. Above 8.1, bearish, and above 8.5, very bearish. We got slightly bearish at 8.3, just above 8.1, but between 8.1 and 8.5. Again, I did not expect this. I expected the numbers to be a lot lower and for the market to get a little bit of a break right now. But I guess that's how they mess you, right? That's how they mess you up with these numbers at numbers you didn't expect or can't expect. The Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index was just doing so good. It was finally starting to show some positive signs, which is interesting to me. Finally, when you think things are looking good again, you get a big dump on top of your head. That's interesting. Look at that. Over on the 1 minute, we're still bouncing off of this 21.7 level. Can I find the Bitcoin price? Here we go. Look at that little bearish pennant for me. But this is a 1 minute chart. We're not going to do any trading based upon what's happening on the 1 minute chart. I guess what we can kind of grab from this, though, is even if you miss out on the first minute, potentially still worth it to take a quick little trade the next minute. Or actually, and this might be a very smart thing as well, guys. Whenever these decisions come out, it's potentially smart to open up a long and short position and potentially just have a tight stop loss, because whatever direction it moves quite rapidly, you know? As we saw here, Bitcoin moved about, let's say, 5% within 5 minutes. So if you, for example, have a stop loss at 1% towards both sides, so for example, you open up a long and a short position, this might sound crazy, but you open up a long like this and a short position, similar direction, but basically with a profit at, let's say, 4 or 3%, let's say, potentially, right? And a loss at about 1%, and here again, other side as well. Your loss is 1%, and your profit will be 3%. So let's say you take this trade 2 times, that's a positive EV. It's actually something I didn't think about when trading these markets. But this is actually a very bullish, I think, idea. And I think you can actually do the same on XRP and Bitcoin and whatnot as well, because they all move in unison. So you can actually do this for a lot of different pairs. Why didn't I think of this? Am I dumb in the brain? We got good news. No. By the way, whenever I think of something like this is not as if I'm the first one to think about it. Thousands, most likely millions of people are doing this exact thing, right? There's negative sides to opening a long or short as well. But in this case here, I think most times we should actually analyze that. Take a look at how many times the inflation numbers gave us a big bump or pump on Bitcoin. Because if it's done that a couple of times in the past with a similar sort of big reaction to the Bitcoin price, you can instantly become like almost a freaking billionaire off of one single decision. Because if there's such a high likelihood of this happening yet again, if it's happened every single month thus far, for example, yeah, that's crazy. Stock market isn't open yet, obviously. Oh, this is what you sometimes get when you move a lot between countries. My time zones are messed up. So, oh, I see now. I'm like, why is the movement so little? Why am I not seeing anything? Stock market ain't even open, my dumbass. Oh, I was completely oblivious to that. Oh, my bad. I was already so confused. Oh, I'm also... Oh, we're dumping further. Nope. Again, bouncing off of 21.7. But we sure as hell could go a lot further down. You know, I don't really see any good reason for Bitcoin to be picked up here. It's looking as if the numbers were so negative that things are going to go down for a little bit. But we'll have to see. Opens at 45 minutes. I know. It's Netherlands time 3:30. In Dubai time 5:30. But I was kind of messed up in the brain. By the way, for anybody that's watching right now, I'm going to Paris in about 2 hours. My flight, I think, is in 1 hour maybe. No, it's less. It's more. I don't remember. We'll have to see. Somebody picking me up anyway, so it's going to be fine. I thought I had more time than I actually have. So I guess I'm going to have to get it done. I'm going to get the stream done. We're dumping. Bitcoin not doing so good. I should change the title of the stream so people are watching it afterwards. Bitcoin dumping US inflation numbers live. All right. Just quickly gave a little update to the video. Yeah, guys, everybody, if you enjoyed the stream or you learned something or you noticed, hey, these are the inflation numbers without having to check yourself, make sure you press that like button. I'm going to run towards my flight. I want to take a quick shower as well because I'm sweating light right now, you know? Bitcoin dumping so much. Pumping our bags! Doing good. But yeah, I'm going to run towards the airport, run to the shower, run towards the airport, and then I'll see you guys later over in another video, most likely when I'm in Paris or so. If you guys want to stay updated with my life or you want to see more of the Binance Blockchain Week, make sure you follow me on Instagram maybe or so. Could be. I'll share a couple of stories, I think, of the journey. And, yeah, I'll see you guys a little bit later, all right? So thank you all so much for tuning in and saying hi, whatever. Turned out to be quite negative. Again, the inflation number 8.3. Not that bullish, not so good. It doesn't matter for the longer term because the actual numbers are hidden anyway. But now you know. So that was it. Thank you guys so much. And I'll see you guys later in another one.